Urgent news. David Schwartz has decided to side with the SEC against Ripple. XRP Garland House says again that Ripple is ready to talk with the SEC if the agency gives more information about XRP. This will help American institutions like Bank of America gain a competitive edge by using Ripple OTSL. The price of XRP as of today is $0.35, and the trading volume for the past 24 hours is $136 billion. We're updating the US dollar price of XRP in real time. In the last 24 hours, XRP has lost 30% of its value. World Crypto Finance. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it and sign up for the channel. Do you agree with the analysts about XRP? Write your answers in the comments, and I'll give you 500 XRP. At the end of the week, XRP coins will be sent to a random subscriber. Check out the comments for how to do something. You just have to write the word XRP. Watch the whole video to find out how to like and subscribe. The index of relative strength in the past few days, RSI, has not been clear. Last week, the RSI held a value of 50, which is a neutral value, as support. However, this level has not been passed recently. So, there could be some ups and downs over the weekend. Also, the Awesome Oscillator, AO, was below zero, but it hasn't yet shown a strong bearish impulse. The /D line had a resistance zone right above it, which was shown by two white lines with dots. If a /D can get past this area, it will show that demand for the XRP rally is strong. The Directional Movement Index, DMI, showed that there wasn't a strong trend because it was at level 20, just above the 20 mark, and the color was yellow. Technically, this meant that the trend was going down, but it also meant that there hadn't been a big trend in the last few days. In the next day or two, the 35 to 36 cents range for Dash will be important to protect the bulls. If a lower low forms below this area, it will mean that sellers are getting stronger. On the shorter time frames, momentum indicators were not clear. Bitcoin could also have a big effect on where XRP goes in the near future. David Schwartz, the chief technology officer of the blockchain company Ripple, thinks that Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren may be right when it comes to regulating cryptocurrencies. It's not a terrible place to work. At least it agrees that regulations need to change and that it's important to get crypto regulation right. In a recent article in the Wall Street Journal, Warren says that if there isn't enough oversight, cryptocurrency could destroy the economy in the long run. Even though the senator agrees that cryptocurrencies might make the financial system more accessible to more people. She also says that the past is full of criminals and charlatans who try to scam people out of money with all kinds of scams. Warren says that the people in charge of cryptocurrency projects that break the law are the same as the people in charge of other illegal financial instruments, so the Ministry of Justice should use all of its power. Warren also hurt companies that mined for cryptocurrencies, which slowed down the energy system and caused more greenhouse gases to be released. She said that cryptocurrencies should have to follow the same rules as other parts of the financial world. Schwartz said on Twitter that this is not a terrible place to work. It's not the worst job in the world. At least, she agrees that the rules need to change and that it's important to make sure cryptocurrencies are regulated properly. Warren has been one of the most vocal crypto skeptics in Congress for a long time. In an interview in September, the progressive MP called cryptocurrency unreliable, destructive, and dangerous. In April, Warren said that buying Bitcoin was like buying air. Brad Garland House, the CEO of Ripple Labs, said again that the lawsuit with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, can only be resolved if the government agency gives clear rules about XRP. This was said by Garland House's sales director Nick Bravado at the London-based Ripple Swell 2022 conference, which just ended. I talked to Brad Garland House in person, and he made it clear that Ripple is ready to talk with the SEC if they can figure out what's going on. XRP Bravado said that, according to what Garland House told him, American banks are keeping an eye on how the lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple is going. He also said that these companies will join Ripple when the blockchain company comes to an agreement with the SEC. Bravado said that Garland House meant Bank of America in particular. The head of Ripple thinks that when the blockchain company settles with the Securities and Exchange Commission, Bank of America will have a competitive edge. By using OTL in the market, Bank of America will have an edge over its competitors when the SEC case against Ripple is over. Ripple Labs CEO Brad Garlinghouse told Lingato sales director Nick Bravado at Ripple Swell 2022 in London that Bank of America will have a competitive advantage when the SEC case against Ripple is settled by using ODL in the market. In 2020, in November, even though Ripple is suing the SEC, Bank of America is still listed as one of the financial institutions in the network. At the moment, it doesn't look like the Securities and Exchange Commission has agreed that XRP is not a security. On the other hand, the SEC wants to use the Howey test and the sale of XRP on exchanges to show that it is a security. It's important to remember that Ripple Bill and the SEC did not reach a deal before the company was sued. The parties filed petitions, objections, and answers for summary proceedings. The SEC won a similar lawsuit against the LB cryptocurrency company earlier this month. This gave the agency confidence that it would also win its lawsuit against Ripple's. Supporters of XRP thought that Ripple had more chances to show that the cryptocurrency is not a security. Shortly after U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres granted the requests of 11 organizations to file amicus curiae briefs in Ripple's lawsuit against the SEC, some companies and associations officially filed their opinions. James K. Phelan, a former federal prosecutor, says that 7 of the 11 groups have officially filed their amicus briefs so far. The day before yesterday, lawyer John Deaton filed an amicus curiae application on behalf of XRP holders to oppose the SEC's motion for a summary judgment that buying XRP is an investment in a joint venture with other XRP holders and Ripple. In the brief, attorney Deaton said that investors would not have needed to file a brief on their behalf if the SEC had limited its theory to specific XRP sales by Ripple. He also said that the SEC's goal in the lawsuit is to expand its regulatory power to cover secondary markets as well as Ripple XRP sales. Even scarier, the SEC is asking the court to rule in favor of the SEC in summary proceedings. This would give the SEC control over the ecosystem of digital assets, which is not a party to this lawsuit. In the opinion and conclusion, the lawyer for DTNS said that if the SEC is successful in its attempt to make all XRP sales illegal under U.S. securities laws, the court would indirectly give the SEC the power to regulate other non-parties, such as XRP users, holders, sellers on crypto exchanges, and developers. The lawyer for Deakins also said that if the decision goes in favor of the SEC, the agency will use enforcement actions as a control example to expand its jurisdiction, hurting millions of innocent owners. However, the Blockchain Association has officially filed an amicus curiae brief in support of Ripple against the SEC. The Blockchain Association says that if the court rules in favor of the SEC, it could have a big impact on the whole blockchain industry. The SEC's statements and claims in Ripple's lawsuit show that the agency not only sees the relationship between investors and token issuers as an investment contract, but that the SEC's broad interpretation of U.S. securities laws will have devastating effects on the industry and even beyond. Yesterday, the leading cryptocurrency investment company, Paradigm Operations, also filed its amicus report in support of the Ripple case. Paradigm Operations used its amicus curiae brief to shed light on an important area that could affect the entire cryptocurrency market. Paradigm said the SEC's rhetoric in the case goes beyond whether sales of XRP violate U.S. securities laws. The Securities and Exchange Commission's language goes further than what its own statements say or what the law says. He says that XRP tokens and many other crypto assets are securities in and of themselves. Paradigm said that Reaper Financial, VeriDAO, and the Crypto Council for Innovation, CCI, are among the other companies that have officially filed amicus reports since Judge Torres' recent approval. What do you think the chances are for XRP in 2023? Write what you think will happen in the comments. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Please remember to like it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. Also, don't forget to enter our contest in the XRP comments to get 500 XRP added to your account.